starting at the top with mission and principles. How do we love children of all species for all time as a way of getting outside of the more technically focused aspects of sustainable design. A project like this can heal the planet.
The commitment to build the most economically efficient building, and the idea of do no harm, it's the Hippocratic Oath. It ought to be true of the hospitals we build.
The uniqueness of Mission Bay is the proximity and the interrelationship of research and clinical care.
The three separate identities and the three separate portals of women's, children, and cancer, all in one facility.
The key program elements are oncology, pediatrics, and women, not of equal sizes or shapes.
So we look for our design inspirations where we find them. We've developed what we call the strategy of hope, so that there's an infinite game, so that the children and our great-great-grandchildren can play the game too.
Wonderful building, a wonderful solution for that campus, yet it's still very sophisticated. So I don't think it has to, sort of look like a children's hospital.
I think there's a lot of logic to this because even though the design guidelines, they encourage all this east-west movement, I think they're trying to make it very easy and accessible and pleasant for people to make their way through.
And suddenly there's a real amenity for the street.
Yeah, I think their urban design guidelines suggest almost the inverse.
I mean, you'd have that hard edge they're asking for the urban design guidelines along 3rd and...
At Brigham and Women's, they have what's called the Pike, which links pieces of Mass General and Brigham and Women's and so on. And people think of that Pike as being a very, very important way to get around.
And in that base growth, you actually have now 3 directions, because I think one of the things we also don't know is, are they all going to grow at the same pace or not? I think you have to have a connection underneath the road.
Underground connection.
I think you just have to.
I do too.
Either a tunnel, it could be at the street, it could just be a tunnel. You might have materials management here, and then just tunnel it over, and that's pretty doable.
The full title is Protecting 5 Million Lives from Harm.
One of the things, especially because the wind is coming from over there, and that's where the highway is, all the noise and the pollution is going to be drifting over because of the wind, so it suggests that there might be some kind of a buffer there.
A harder edge there,
Yeah, and then there's kind of grass and way up to the other side, and then we've got a
Why moving ambulatory here, so more traffic circulation is going to come here. This would be adjacent to a light rail along 3rd Street. You could deal with your parking along here.
Building a bigger single idea in phase 1. I mean, because phase 1 is 2 smaller parts. So if we combine them together, then we get a bigger idea in phase 1 that we can build.
And it gives you the opportunity to create these nodes where people can enter the building, move to different pieces, and access these various things that people would want to come to that are not in the hospital or have a family member.
Trying to tie the research and the clinical components together, and at this edge would be trying to create those relationships through open spaces and pedestrian connections across 16th Street. So we're really imagining there's 2 types of public access, and we're really trying to create 2 separate distinct zones.